Hi everyone, there's one thing I can't stand and it's littering. Just watch this fella on the left. Pick your rubbish up, mate. With riding like this, it's no wonder that so many young lads get killed on motorbikes.
That's terrible, that one.
This rear footage is a little bit grainy, but it's still pretty obvious how much of a terrible overtake that this was. While I'm out on the road, I do see some funny things occasionally, and this actually made me chuckle. This young girl on the left, obviously performing to someone on social media.
What is she doing?
Watch the cyclist that comes from the road on the left, and look how close he was to getting absolutely whacked.
Get all sorted. Hold on. What gear? That's it. So that listening gives you that understanding that you need a lower gear. Hold on. I nearly got whacked by a car. Anyway.
I'm trying to cut down on the amount of red lights on my clips because they can get a little bit boring, but this one well deserves to go on.
Good. Alright, so you want that one. That's it.
In between lessons and off for another coffee. Have a look at this sign on the left. Do you know what it means? Again, I'm cutting down on the red light jumpers, but this one again gets to come on. I've taught all my lads to drive, and they're pretty good.
Oh!
What's he doing?
I must admit, I did go for the jewels, even though they weren't even in this car. The impatience some people show to get past the learner driver can put everyone at danger. This was really close. You imagine if the red van from the road on the right had come out.
Whoa! Wasn't you, mate, it was just them. I was just being careful. Well done, you didn't panic. Right turn at the roundabout, please.
I must admit, I have seen this on a number of occasions, and it always baffles me why people brushing leaves off their path would then go and chuck them all over the road.
Stay over it, stay over it. Second gear. Second.
This is an interesting clip. My pupils quite early on at this stage and we're going through a tight narrow situation and someone comes the other way so we have to stop pretty quick, but then they let us go and then they get fed up. Watch what happens with the white car.
Want to do the lesson?
No, you're right. Keep to the left a little
See,
bit.
look! Told you!
No, but he was whacking all wing mirrors. I just didn't fancy going through. Yeah, okay, you can carry on now. You did fine. You did fine, Heidi. Go on.
Why did he say he was flashing me?
And then he got bored and then decided to take a few wing mirrors out.
That's why they made me banner.
Next left, don't worry. Next left.
I wonder how many bus drivers are going to defend this bus driver.
Very nicely done. Well done. Crack. Well done. These lights were turning left, please. Is that bus going through that? Doesn't he have to wait at a red light? They like police, so can they go through whenever they want? What do you think?
No, they can't.
They can't, can they? No.
It wouldn't be a true and proper driving fail if I didn't represent Liverpool's private hire drivers. Have a look at this guy in lane 2, the silver Mondeo. He goes to turn right a little bit further up and he must need to go to Specsavers because I'm pretty sure That says no entry.
It doesn't apply to him, rules.
Only the absolute worst red light jumpers this time, remember?
They all flowing now. They are, I think, straight on as well. Nice job. Is that lorry going through that?
I wonder whether the cyclists are going to defend this guy.
Don't the rules apply to cyclists? No. They're right just to go through red lights when there's pedestrians there?
Yeah.
Driving like this is absolutely lethal. Not from my learner, obviously.
No. Creep. What do you think? Where's the second one going? He's flying. Whoa! Jesus Christ. That was quick. And that's how people die.
I felt like I was playing GTA or something there.
God, yeah, I think he's thinking he's playing GTA.
Music station.
Good morning, it's Capital Breakfast, it's Wednesday. My name's Roman Kemp, Vic Hope, Sunny J. Good morning, guys. Good morning. Now, there's some pretty sore heads in the studio today. Myself included in this, it is all self-inflicted. It was the Brit Awards last night. It's the one day of the year where our bosses kind of understand.
Is that right, bosses? Are you nodding? That's a shrug.
Oh dear. What have we done? I don't know. We've still got an hour left in the show, so we're just going to keep the music coming. Justin Bieber, Harry Styles and Joel Corey.
Cyclists who jump red lights and don't obey the rules can cause fatal accidents, and it's not always the cyclist. Cars swerve to avoid and can hit other people. This is lethal. This seems to happen a lot on this particular stretch of road. Watch the car approaching from behind. It's the one who can't be bothered queuing and is driving down the opposite lane of traffic. Personally, I think if people see one person getting away with it, they're more likely to do it themselves. This is also a common occurrence. My pupil is actually doing a great job. They get away briskly, they're keeping up with the flow of the traffic, and they're making good progress, all the way up to the speed limit. And then this guy on the right hand side in a four-wheel drive decides to do this. Wow, that was loads closer than it actually looks on dashcam, don't forget. Walton Vale again, but from the other direction, and there's no audio on this clip because I've got the music on, but you can see the flashing blue lights and the siren approaching. Okay, easy enough, not a major issue with that. But watch the vehicles on the left plough straight through this crossing on red. This could have been lethal. Was their attention taken away by the emergency services? Or couldn't they be bothered waiting? Let us know what you think in the comments. This is quite a strange video to finish, and it's literally me driving and I'm approaching onto the M57 motorway. As I build up speed, what we've got is this vehicle who seems to be weaving a bit of everywhere around and behind this lorry. And they've got plenty of time to move out, but they decide to do it right at the point where I'm quite close. No problems, I'll just move to lane 3. But then they get the toe down and then get speeding up and move into lane 3 also, so obviously I come back to lane 2. I'm catching the vehicle in lane 1, so I'm just going to stay put, and that vehicle seems to zoom off into the distance. or does it? It's staying in lane 3 and it's not overtaking anyone, which honestly in this scenario isn't too much of a big deal because there's no one catching it behind, but its behaviour is really strange. So I'm sat doing 70, I'm now going to move back to lane 1 and I'm just going to hold back a little bit because that vehicle who is in lane 3 is doing below 70. Now, I was actually unsure of this situation. Can they really be that bad of a driver? Or were they on the phone? Or had they taken something? Or were they drunk? But there they go again, foot down, and they're off into the distance. So what does this clip give people? Well, for me, it says that you don't know who is in that car next to you and around you. And you also can't trust them as far as you could throw them. Thanks a lot for watching, and I'll see you all soon.